Hello, I'm Jared.
And I'm Peter.
And this is Crystal Image Gaming's podcast number 1, and today we're going to be discussing Fallout 4.
Oh, man.
So, when was the last time the last Fallout came out? It was
What?
the December 2010?
Yeah, 3-4 years ago.
So you're looking, 3-4 years ago. That's quite a while for a game.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you're looking at, and that's not even Bethesda. Like, if we wanted to look at Bethesda developing a Fallout game, you're looking at, I think, 3 years before that, too.
Yeah.
So you're looking at somewhere around 2006, 2007.
They've had more than enough time.
So they've had lots of time to develop this game, and you gotta understand. They've had Skyrim, Online, but you're looking at a huge series here. You have lots of people anticipating it, waiting for E3. The last probably 3 years they've been looking forward to it. They've been really wanting it, and that's along with all us fans of it. That's a great series, great survival. I will say Fallout 3 was the better game.
Oh, for sure. Because
it was developed by Bethesda, not by Obsidian. Obsidian's okay, but Bethesda is definitely better at their games like the open world. So like some things that they did good in New Vegas, they had some pretty good. I like the aiming down the sights on the guns. More guns. And guns customizability. Like you could add scopes, you could add silencers.
That's cool.
Clips, you could do all that to make carbon fiber so it was lighter. There are a lot more different ammo types. Mm-hmm. So you had like a mini nuke, you had a couple different versions of that. So that's probably, in my opinion, the best thing they did. And I will say their factions were probably better.
The factions were better. Huh.
I thought they were more diverse. Like the Enclave and Brotherhood have always been in Fallout.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it was nice to see a bit of a change up. But I'm a Brotherhood guy. I like the Brotherhood.
That's what I
know people are gonna be hating on me because there's a lot of Enclave pro Enclave people, but no, I'm a Brotherhood guy. I think that should be one of the primary factions in Fallout 4.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Again, do the Brotherhood, but do it almost a different kind of Brotherhood. Like you had in Fallout 3, you had the Brotherhood Outcasts.
Yeah.
So you look at them, it's kind of like, okay, we have a new kind of Brotherhood. Make it a different kind.
Yeah, that made it interesting.
Yeah, be Brotherhood, but almost be like a special branch of Brotherhood over in Boston. Like, I don't know, a control branch or an aggressive expansion branch. Something like that. Like a very, I guess almost an army, you'd have to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And make their armor really diverse. Like have an assault armor. Have a lightweight power armor instead of having a all heavy power armors. It's pretty difficult to, especially if you don't want to.
If you don't like being heavy.
Yeah, if you don't like the heavy armor, it's kind of a pain in the ass, especially when you're stealth. You just hear this clonking guy.
I've never liked heavy armor myself. So.
No, I'm always, even in Skyrim or any of the games that are above that, it's always light armor, maybe a medium if you're kind of feeling it, but no, never heavy. I think they can do a lot better on DLC than the last few games.
I thought Fallout 3 had good DLC.
It did. It had some good ones. I thought Mothership Zeta was kind of...
It was okay. It wasn't anything special.
It wasn't anything special. Personally, my favorite one, I don't remember, what was it called? It was the one where you went to the island.
Oh, like the swampy place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
So, no, that was good. I don't quite remember. Sorry for all you Fallout fans who are probably going to be raging over that. But
whatever.
I don't quite remember what it's called, but that was probably my favorite one. If they based more DLC off of making a bigger world, I think that'd be sick.
That'd be a really good idea.
One of the things I saw that they could add, and it started branching off that customizable house thing in Skyrim, is you can have locations where you can develop a settlement. So it's like you can make your own Megaton, or you can make your own slave trade. You can do any of that and make it literally have a title. So the faction you're with, or create your own faction type thing. Like you can create it if you're looking in Skyrim, you could create almost your own guild.
That'd be cool.
Type thing, and you can recruit to it and have your own sort of settlement and team. And that could be, instead of doing companions almost. So instead of having, you can have varying companions that you can recruit, like different kinds of people. But instead of having a companions idea, you can create your own entire settlement.
You choose who lives in your settlement type of thing.
So it's and then you can you find someone stranded, I don't know, a wasteland wanderer or something like that, or a survivor, and go up to them and be like, hey, we've got this great settlement. This is what we're all about. Come join us. And then you add people to it, and it could keep growing bigger and bigger. Of course, you have a limit on how big you can make it, because you can't have this ridiculous thing covering half the wasteland. But yeah, and then you can have trade as income for bottle caps and stuff like that. I think it'd be one of the most. It'd be a nice sort of
Be a nice
extra
change,
to the game. Like
yeah.
add something new to it, really get it out there. And I think another thing they should look back is maybe do a bit more old war times. So have like a faction that's based off of the old U.S. Army or just remnants of armies in general. So you have varying ethnic groups in them. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I could see that.
As one of the factions, and the Brotherhood, because they're a new army. They're They're looking for the future, whereas the others could be living in the past. And it could be all settled in Boston, and it could be like that. And the Institute could be, obviously you're gonna have the Commonwealth. That's very much talked about this Fallout 4 game. Referenced a lot,
That's probably
along with the Institute, which is gonna be cool. Like that could be like another faction. You have the Commonwealth and the Institute, and you kind of.
Yeah.
And it'd be actually pretty cool. I think that'd be nice. I like super mutants. I'm a super mutant guy.
Ugh.
I think they're kind of cool to have in the game. Ugh. Maybe vary them more instead of having
they're pretty straightforward.
Just changing the name and changing how strong they are. Just like actually have them varying. Like you have thin super mutants, big super mutants.
I hate super
the
mutants.
giant ones, anything like that. Make the guns almost even more customizable. So you have and make them, I'd say almost more realistic. Like when you have not the laser weapons or anything like that, but all the rifles and stuff like that, have them actual rifle names. Like you have an M17 or something from pre-war, like that, and then you can have your laser weapons. You have you obviously do whatever you want with it, but no, I think that'd be kind of a neat concept for it.
When's the Fallout 4 supposedly take place? The 60s, I think, or I can't remember.
It's quite a bit early. It's somewhere around World War II era, because I think it's when the bombs dropped for Hiroshima. I think they had like a nuclear fallout, and I think that's what they're talking about. So it could be neat. You could have
that would be cool.
You could have an STG from World War II. You could have an MP40, things like that. As your your submachine guns have the Type 95, I think it was, as the machine gun. Things like that. You could really add different aspects to this game and make it really neat. And I think another thing they could do is have Boston as a central setting for it, and have like a huge map for Boston and outskirts of Boston, and then have DLC that not only adds a different storyline to it, but expands the map to a different city. So you can go to this city. So now you go to, I don't know, somewhere along there, New York. Have one based in New York, because just imagine all that stuff. And another thing is, have more open buildings. That's something that's not enough in Fallout. They almost I think over half the buildings are closed to you.
Oh, easily.
You can't get into them. They're just kind of there for appeal. And I think they should really make it, even if you have like maybe a food in it. Just have it open.
Something. Let us explore.
Yeah, and maybe even if you wanted to, if they didn't want to do the settlement idea, have it where you could find a house and settle there. You have the option to, like, if you find an abandoned house, you have the option to settle there, and you can build around it. So build up a defense around it and sort of make it your own thing.
Yeah, put traps and stuff. Don't let people come in.
Yeah, and you could, like, if you had like an apartment building, if they had it open, you could make it into an actual living space for other people as well. So you could add so many concepts to this new game and make it really probably one of the best games. I guarantee it'd be Game of the Year. You do that because you cover so many different people's desires for that game. I think they need to also bring more into concept the food and water thing. Because the only time food and water is really necessary is on hardcore mode. And I think it should just be part of the general play. Because I notice myself, it's like I don't really care about water. I don't really care about food. Food is just kind of something you get and you like either sell or quickly eat it for health. It's not really used as really important unless you're playing hardcore mode. So I think maybe have that as just it's a mandatory thing.
Sort of like what Minecraft does?
Yeah, so have it so it's like a little less though. Like
a little bit less.
Each time you go up a level, you need more water or more food, you need more sleep. Make it a survival game, a really realistic survival game. Like Minecraft, like you said, because each time you go up in a difficulty in Minecraft, your hearts go down faster, you're just hunger, you need to eat more, it kind of just go up like that instead of having it from one jump. Because I noticed when I tried hardcore mode, I'm pretty sure I died like 5 times and had to start over because it was literally you couldn't. I would forget that I had food, or I would forget I needed water, things like that. And yeah, that could just be me being stupid. Very possible, most likely. But it'd be nice to have that aspect to it.
At the same time, if they did do that, I think they should definitely have an option to turn that off for people who don't want that. Who don't want that though.
Like, yeah, when you start the game, have an option to need water, have an option not to need it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you could use the challenges and some trophies. Like, instead of, like, you have a trophy or an achievement where it's like, oh no, you have to play through a game without, well, obviously on hardcore mode, they're always going to have that one, but have another one where it's like you just have to play through the game using food, water, sleep. Because to some people, in order to get the whole thing, would have to try it. I think it'd be cool that way. And then, again, the settlements, you get income. So you have a new way of income. Because sometimes it's really difficult to find bottle caps.
I had that problem.
And it'd be nice. Like, yeah, once you get further in the game, you just sell everything and get tons of money. But it's like, do you really want to just... It'd be nice to have a different aspect to it. And, like, hire traders. If you wanted to make your place a slave trade, have that option. Just have almost... Because you have, like, your main factions and you have your sub-factions. So say you can make your settlement any one of the sub-factions.
That'd be cool.
So if you wanted it a slaver camp, it could be a slaver camp. You wanted it a shelter for, I don't know, again, Wasteland Wanderers or something like that, it could be a shelter. You wanted it as a mercenary camp. It doesn't matter. You had the choice of what you want it to be.
People love choice.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing they need to do with Fallout 4 is they need to have it all choice.
Yeah.
And that's what they do good with the context. So when you take your choices through your... actions, through your speaking, your everything like that, that all affects you. Though I found it affected you more in Fallout 3 than it did in Fallout New Vegas. Because Fallout 3, when you said something,
it mattered.
It could affect... You'll hear 3 dogs say, this guy's a complete asshole because he said this. And it's like, that's nice. It's good to hear that. And I thought that was the best thing.
That's why people love the Telltale games, right?
Yeah.
Like, the whole... You choose what to say and then it affects you.
Yeah. But I think that'd be cool. I think the Boston area is a really good idea.
Yeah.
Boston's somewhere that you don't really see a lot of games. Again, you see a lot in Washington. You see a lot in LA. I still think actually LA would be kind of a cool one to have because of all the stuff around it. But I think Boston's good because you have that whole East Coast there where you just got nothing but space to expand it. So you could go into Chicago. You could go into, like I said, New York.
Yeah,
do all that stuff. Even come up into Canada for people who I know that oh my goodness,
come
right?
visit us.
Yeah, you might have to ride your polar bears around up here, but no, we don't actually do that. Just so you know.
Our igloos do have Wi-Fi though.
Yeah, it's fine. But no, I think that would cover a good game. Really make a good game. What do you think your factions are? Like, what do you think they should have? Do you like the idea of the old war versus the new war?
Yeah, I do like that. Like, they should. I liked what you were saying about the sub factions as well. Putting that as your own. I feel like that a lot of people would like that but they're still being the bigger factions. Yeah,
and then being able to join which one you want.
And not having the armor effect.
But not having the armor effect. Have it a karma-based game. So if you're an asshole, yeah, you'll have a lot harder time getting along with one of the factions. Like, say you look at even if they have, like, the Institute. Say the Institute's one of the main factions. And they are a bunch of kind people, just maybe, I don't know.
Maybe we'll see.
But then you can't get into their faction. They won't like you if you have really bad karma. You can join the armies because it's kind of they don't really as much care about the karma. Cause it's kind of you have your assholes in the army, then you have nice guys type thing. But yeah, I also think they should have. I like the stim packs idea. I think they should keep that. Perks. I think they should go to a perk tree.
A perk tree?
Like Skyrim, where you use your skill and it levels up and it levels up and you can do a perk based in your specific tree.
I really like that about Skyrim.
I think it's easier to do that and it's more effective, more fun. You kind of get to really build your character around what you want him to be.
Yeah.
More in that kind of style than choose a perk every time you level up. Then level up to skill using skill points, things like that. I think it's just way easier just to level it up.
At the same time, the Fallout system wasn't bad, though.
No, it wasn't. But I thought the difference between Fallout 3 and New Vegas, every time you leveled up in Fallout 3, you'd get a perk.
Yeah, and get
Every other time you leveled up in New Vegas, you'd get a perk.
Oh, really?
So it wasn't every time you'd get a perk in New Vegas. You would level up, but you wouldn't do that.
That's
They did raise the level cap to, I think, 50. But still.
Even so.
Yeah, you're looking at that. I say add some new creatures.
Yeah,
you
for
had
sure.
You had Death Claws.
Ugh.
Death Claw, pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. But add something else. Like add... And another thing that's not really seen in the Fallout series, I know it's a wasteland type thing, but there's still going to be green trees. There's still going to be that. Have a forested area.
Well, in Fallout 3 they did that.
They had the one. Yeah, the one little.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was freaky. It's kind of just like this green plot.
Yeah.
But because you have mountains, because you're or something like that. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Maybe have, since it's kind of in that area where the World War II era, I think, is when it's set. Maybe have add-on or DLC where you travel to, I don't know, one of the war-torn countries from World War II. So you see like Juno Beach type thing.
Oh.
Go to somewhere like that. Do that kind of stuff and have like a sort of a DLC where you go over there and it's a wasteland obviously because it's done, but you have another open area to expand.
Yeah, they should definitely take advantage of that if they're in that time frame.
And I think boats. I think it'd be nice to have like
boats you can actually use.
Yeah, and vehicles you can actually use. I think that'd be a
cool.
neat aspect to it. Be like almost the State of Decay, where you only have a certain amount, you have to fix them up type thing.
Yeah, that would work well with Fallout, I think.
And then you only have a certain amount. You run out of vehicles, you run out of vehicles. And you could even make them faction vehicles, paint them, customize them. Like after this many years since the last Fallout developed by Bethesda, they should essentially be able to cover almost all this stuff.
They're a big game studio. They can
can handle it. And yes, they have specific people designated to each game. So you're going to have people on this game. Now there was something, I think it was at the last E3 when people were making the rumors about them showing it behind scenes or anything like that. I think their director said it's not going to come out in a while.
Nothing was shown
back then. But then you had the Three Dogs actor, Eric Todd
Dellums.
He said hopefully there'll be more Three Dog in one of his tweets. Yeah. So that's kind of reassuring that it's coming. He said soon.
I wonder how they do that. How can Three Dog be in that era? Maybe his grandfather.
Just a relative along the line. Could be kind of neat. But remember, the era it's based in isn't, like, the game itself when you're playing isn't going to be based in the 60s.
Yeah, I know.
That's when the bombs went off. So you could have it all the way back into where the where Fallout 3 was. The same time era. So he could have, maybe before he came to the Capital Wasteland. Maybe they could put a backstory on him. Maybe that's where he's from, is Boston. So...
so much they could do.
There is. There's a lot they could do with this game, and this game could be the game of the year. I could easily see it being a game of the year, and I could easily see it, to be honest with you, outdoing Skyrim.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Skyrim again was great. Was new for when it came out. It was a very very brilliant game made, but they could pass it.
They could, yeah.
They could really surpass it, and
if they put multiplayer into Fallout, it'd be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, like the thing we were thinking about is like not necessarily have it an MMO.
No, yeah, not like that.
I don't think that game. It can be, but they already did Skyrim Online. Yeah. Leave that. Just do it like that. But maybe have it so you can play with like 4 to 8 friends.
Like sort of like GTA Online type of
type thing. Have that, and you can just do a private game. And you guys can go on whenever you want, play whenever you want, build. That's when they could really bring in the settlement idea, where you build your own settlement and you could battle against other settlements.
That'd be really cool.
It's almost like the guilds of or anything like that. It'd be really actually pretty neat to see that. You could have it covering everywhere.
That would be really fun. I can see a lot of people having fun with that.
Yeah, even if they added just 2-player.
Just
having a second person or something that you can play, almost like the. If you wanted a game where they did online 2 players, just Dead Space 3.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that where you had someone there. It is useful. A lot of the time when you're kind of trying to take over something or take something down, it's useful. Again, like that, replace the companion side of it. Instead of having specific companions you can pick up, have your settlement, your faction. That's your companions. Like yes, You can only ask certain types of people. You can ask, and then have maybe some special characters. Have a super mutant that's like abandoned or something.
Yeah, just like
Or
that,
he doesn't want to be like the others. Or have you could like tame Deathclaws type thing
Oof.
for your faction, and you can have a Deathclaw following you around and
That'd be
stuff like
cool.
that. It's like almost like Skyrim, having
Yeah.
the dragon shout where you can call down the dragons
Mhm.
and they fight for you or something like that. You could really do a lot with it that they haven't done yet. And I think with the whole radiation too, I think they should actually add mutations. Like if you let your radiation get too severe,
Then
you'll
it
turn
actually
into a
affects you.
ghoul.
Yeah.
You'll start looking like a ghoul. Do it realistic.
Mm-hmm.
So like I found like when you got radiated, yeah, you people would be like, oh, you're glowing, all this stuff. When you zoom out, you're normal. You're like, are you sure?
Oh.
But
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah, it's just I think it's a good whole game idea to do that. I don't know if there's much else to.
The one problem I had with Fallout 3 was the main storyline.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it. I felt like they didn't focus enough on it. You know, like
yeah, it went by really fast.
Yeah, it went by really fast. I was completely unsatisfied with the ending as well. It's kind of just like, oh, okay, now what?
Yeah, that's just why they added that DLC afterwards.
Yeah.
But it's like even then it was kind of.
They should like do what they did with the DLC, except just include it in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
If that was included with multiplayer, it would be easily Game of the Year for me.
Where was Boston because I don't remember which city the Brotherhood was founded. Because I know they mentioned it in one of the games.
Yeah, they do.
I'm pretty sure they mentioned it in Fallout 3 that where the Brotherhood was founded. Because it wasn't the Capital Wasteland.
No,
that was a branch.
Yeah, no.
It was not Fallout New Vegas, obviously, because they had a little hole. That was about their extent of their. I think it was LA, to be honest with you. I think it was California. I want to say it was
like
California.
that, yeah.
Or no, because that's the NCR.
Oh,
NCR is California.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't. This doesn't bug me now.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything in general, just kind of better storyline. They can improve. You take from Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have stupid side quests.
Yeah.
Like have your miscellaneous, but have your real true side quests, like joining factions and things like that. Like in Skyrim, I think I was part of 5 different factions. As it's just badass, but and then have your own created one.
Mm-hmm. That would
be able to relationships.
Yeah, relationships.
Children type thing like that, and I don't know. I think that'd be cool. Again, tame creatures.
That'd be Team of Deathclaw. That'd be I'd feel much more safe.
Yeah, until you go face like other Deathclaws, and it's just like Okay, but yeah. I don't think there's much else we can really talk about. So, thanks for listening to us ramble on. If you guys have any ideas, post them in the comment section below. If you want, leave this video a like.
If you feel like it.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.